2 days ago, I was up at 2:30 a.m. like I am today, and I was scrolling on my phone, and suddenly as I'm scrolling on TikTok, I got a notification from a comment that I made 6 months ago on a video, something about success and getting goals and such 6 months, which was 2 days ago, basically. And someone had commented a reply to my comment about, I don't know what I said, but just like to remind me 6 months later or something. And now I was staring at this comment and thinking to myself, realistically and really in a real way, like, damn, am I a failure? I haven't achieved everything that I said I would. I don't even have the best direction 6 months later. I'm still struggling with mental health, and I'm not where I want to be. And I keep telling myself two different things. One is, I'm giving it to the Lord. I'm trying to better myself. But ultimately, I keep succumbing and falling and just getting so drained out of everything. And, I guess people could relate in some sort of ways, whether you're religious or not, being burnt out and people telling you to take a break, but at the same time, you feel as if you can't take a break because, so many factors to life. It's not just me, after all. It's my family, it's living expenses. It's a lot of different things that each of us struggle with every day, I guess. And so for me, when I'm thinking about that, I would love to take a break. And I think the biggest thing about that very fact is every time I've told myself that I'm going to take a break, that break isn't really a break. It's more like I'm substituting for something else. Like I said, I was taking a break back in November to December, but I wasn't really. I was still grinding in that grind mindset, trying to, have this disciplined routine. Nothing wrong with that, but I was putting a lot of effort into it. And then, the clothing brand, trying to figure out how to make money during this time. So I wasn't really taking a break. And, I had this routine I was doing, gym, work, and all that stuff, but I didn't realize it until now. But it really tired me out. And I'm sitting here now, and I feel as if I've gotten so many steps, multiple steps back from where I was originally. And, I end up looking at my old videos, even in this channel. If you guys have seen my first video on this channel about a year ago, I catch myself watching some of my videos often. I don't know if that's weird or cringe, but I would say I'm one of my biggest supporters and one of my biggest haters at the same time, which is unfortunate, but it's true and it's reality for me at the moment. And it's something I'm working on, loving myself more. I used to be a people pleaser. I don't know if anyone else kind of relates to that in any shape or form, but it took me a long time to get out of people pleasing, especially, and really needing people around. But now I'm at a stage where I've cut it off and, I've established a lot that it's like I forgot how to, not how to interact with people, but how to like socialize or be like I used to be around people. So it's like as soon as I've stopped trying to please people, now I don't know how to really properly interact with people, and it frustrates me. It makes me think like, what am I doing wrong and why am I such a mess up? Why am I doing so much, And I'm not here to make anyone feel sorry for me or just whatever, but just to talk. I feel like something I tend to not realize about myself is when I started, when you get into that grind or trying to improve yourself, you kind of ignore yourself at the same time. You don't say things out loud, you know what I mean? It's a lot of silence with nothing to fill the silence. If you guys know what I'm trying to get at, like, it's a lot of times in these journeys, there's so much silence, and I didn't realize how silent I was to myself till now as well. And I know my flaws, I can get comfortable again. I can go back to rotting and playing games, and I have, to be honest. Like, I've done it many times, and I've improved a lot in different areas. I can say that for myself, but I've also lost a lot of who I am, I guess. And I want to say I don't know what to do, but I do. But then at the same time, there's a lot that I feel like I'm still missing out of the equation. And I don't even know if anyone's going to watch this, to be honest. It's probably not going to appear anywhere. But I just thought, hey, if I could just say whatever I'm thinking. I've always been so concerned about what people thought. Even if I stop people pleasing, it's a hard nugget to kind of stop as well. Because it's like, especially since I've started being more self-reliant, which it can be a good thing, but I've lost touch with a lot of different aspects, I guess you would say. And I miss it. And I think something I haven't said out loud in a while is I feel lonely. I feel alone. And, when I stream or, when I just do things that I try to do and such as passions and jobs or whatnot, or trying to, I haven't really made it anywhere big yet, so can't really say. But like when I do this, I add people, and I really do try to make friends, but it's like part of me also, because I've been alone, I've also been really wary about who I keep close around me. And I think that's just like a boundary I've built up as well, because a lot of my past with friends and stuff has been, there's been good, but there's a lot more bad to it. And I don't blame anyone. I've forgiven people from my past already. But I think that accounts to why I'm so choosy about who I'm friends with. I'm a pretty social guy, I think. I'm a pretty extroverted guy, but at the same time, I'm an extroverted guy that can barely make any really good friends, I guess. And if any people I know who are watching who would say you are my good friend, and you'll know if you are, because I probably would have told you or something, or you would just know, then I'm just saying this outright because, I'm sure we may be, but it's like, in my own life at the moment, it's just a lot with me. And I guess because I'm dealing with it by myself. And it's so strange. I want friends, but I don't just want any friends. I want good friends, that I can rely, I can talk to, I can trust. Vice versa. It's hard to find that. Someone I could always, back and forth. It's hard to find that. Again, it's hard to find that. There's friends and there's people but most of the time it's just people to be honest. And I found that the case with me. And yeah. And so, yeah, I don't have a script. I don't have nothing in hand for what the heck I'm saying right now. And yeah, I guess I'm more further back than I thought I was. Maybe I'm having just thoughts, maybe I'm not supposed to move forward, or if I am. It's just tough. Overall, everything's tough, and I always tell myself, I keep saying this, don't know if it's good or bad, but I keep saying to myself every time I have these thoughts, like, people have it worse, and I think I'm pushing myself a lot, just because I wanna make it somewhere. I wanna be someone, and I'm scared of not being someone. I'm scared of not being someone like I dreamed of, like I wanted to, and I don't have anyone to bounce off in any of really my fields or spaces, because I'm a pretty variety guy, but I wish I did, and I've been trusting on God, trying to stay prayed up. I still fall a lot, and it's just, I guess I hope things get better, and yeah, but yeah, thanks guys, and right after this video I'm about to head to bed, but I thought I'd just let my thoughts out a little bit, and just see where it takes me, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I'm clinging to hope right now, but right now I'm just stressed a little bit. I'm uncertain on what's to come, as much as the outside looks so much different. In reality, it's much deeper than people can see, like it always is, of course, and everything going on with the world, and if all of it just affects the mental health, especially mine. And I keep seeing things that are saying, like, get off social media, delete social media, and I wish it was that easy, but my dreams and my hopes right now are all on the need to use social media to reach people. So I wish I could, but it's like I can't at the same time. So that sucks. Maybe if I do a successful first drop of my clothing brand, but even that right now, it's not like money tight, stuff like that. So see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna hold on to hope, and peace out, guys. See ya.